Reaction has continued to trail the outcome of September 19th governorship election in Edo, won by the incumbent governor Godwin Obaseki under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Governor Obaseki defeated the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, by polling 307,955 votes to 223,619 votes of his closest rival. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, a senior fellow of the Center for Democracy and Development, Professor Jubril Ibrahim said despite the tense atmosphere in the state, the poll was adjudged to be one of the freest, fairest, and credible the country has witnessed in recent times. He said despite pockets of initial hitches as a result of failure of card readers in some polling units, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) did well in the conduct of the election, as well as restored hope in the nation's electoral process.
After a thorough analysis of our 250 observers deployed all over Edo State and the reports from 18 journalists from the cable newspaper that we deployed to also report on the happenings, that those elections were conducted in conformity with the laws and regulations for the conduct of elections. We therefore believe it's an important positive step in the development of electoral democracy in Nigeria, and that all the stakeholders played their role correctly.
The group who spoke on voters' empathy also highlighted some areas of concern that the electoral umpire needs to look into in order to improve on future elections.
We just want to draw attention to some of those snares, some of those worrying signals that we should be aware of as we move ahead. And that some of the things we need to do, therefore, is to see to what extent electoral reform can be compacted, can be undertaken to deal with the threats that those, what we call those undercurrents of our political economy, of our history of electoral degeneration in this country.
In 2012, there was a 40.5, which represents 41% voter turnout. 2016, 32% voter turnout. And by 2020, there is a gross decline to 25.2% turnout by our calculation. 25% turnout. So then we start asking ourselves, why is this really happening? And it is happening because of the environment the political class themselves have actually engendered. The fear of violence, the failure of democracy to actually deliver development, the belief in the heart of people that, of course, their vote will not count.
We also want to see in the electoral reform the finance campaign, because as long as some people will privatize and commercialize the nomination process, then it will be difficult for even decent, honest, popular, genuine people to emerge. Because once the whole process is being commercialized, it will be difficult for decent people to actually uphold the registration, of the party nomination.
The group, however, decried the high level of non-compliance to the COVID-19 protocols, which according to them may lead to a spike in the cases in Edo State and Nigeria at large. They further called on relevant authorities and stakeholders to ensure that COVID-19 testing is carried out, as well as make it mandatory for the protocols to be complied with during the forthcoming Ondo State governorship election. Palang Booker, CNN News.